We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with COSM Holdings Inc. pulling downwards in today's volatility, but it was not the only stock falling. The overall market in the SPY fell as well, and our SPY bot since 3:40 p.m. from Friday all the way into today had sent out a bear indicator. Outflows crossed the midpoint in the after hours on Friday, and today after the bell, it tried coming back up. Those outflows continued to the downside. The bear indicator was still in play. It did not get canceled by a bull indicator, and put options went up 200% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with Cosmos Inc. bursting back up above 60 cents, right? Full strength there, and rejecting near the 70-cent area, which is where our resistance was prior, way back here on November 30th. And things continue to go lower, and today it reached it, and it canceled out again and rejected it. We're going to break down some key levels here and what the CEO has done and why these levels around 60 cents keep on happening and what they mean. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining you'll become part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the first home run was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bear indicator at 9:55 a.m. and from that moment forward, the outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Full weakness there on 42 vision, crossed down again, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with COSM stock, Cosmo Holdings Inc. doing a full transition here from the dip area of white with red borders back on December 1st, way down here at 37 cent area, hitting a rip area here on Friday at around 55 to 60 cents, pulled back down, hit a rip area again, and hit almost 70 cent area, right? And it rejected, and it's doing the transition back down. And the last piece that's missing is the white with red borders if this dip continues, right? So 42 vision here, for those of you coming across the channel for the first time, allows us to see the dips from the rips and the rips to the dips. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow to have those extra layers of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to the bots and becoming part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with Cosmo Holdings Inc. COSM stock under a bull indicator since Friday here at around 45 cents. Inflows picked back up, and it's been above it all day here. Now, the outflows began at the bell. That's why things have been pulling back, but the stock has not completely collapsed until later in the middle of the day below the midpoint. But it's only below the midpoint minus 0.0002. Very small amount. It's really close there to the midpoint, but outflows are starting to dominate. If this significantly starts to pull away from the midpoint, well, the last time that happened was back here on December 1st, and you could see how it fell from 57 cents all the way down to 37, and it did the complete transition from red bars to white with red borders, which is where we're at right now, right? And the question mark is, will we go into a dip area? And that's what we need to watch. But right now, I'm going to be watching here if this bull indicator gets canceled too by a possible bear indicator on any further pullback, or does it continue to hold strong and will it bring these inflows back up? That's what we're going to discuss here, and also what the CEO has done and what keeps on bringing the stock back up to these levels. As you see it popping up here, I broke it down the first day it popped up, which was on November 28th when this was filed and when it happened. And since then, it has been very important to track. And it's the purchases that the CEO made, right? Back in October at 12 cents and then now at 62 cents, November 28th. And the stock went even higher there from the 50-cent area all the way up to the 88-cent rejection, which I talked about how important that resistance was. And if it rejected it, we needed to watch it carefully. And it rejected twice at 85 cents, and it's been downward since. Now it's fighting to get back up, and it keeps on pulling itself up like a magnet towards the 60-cent area, trying to create some consolidation here within the volatility, as well as build some strength as it's bringing itself back up, because the CEO purchased around this area, and that is kind of creating some type of extra support, because the CEO, as I've stated before, he would not purchase at these levels for no reason. Now, why was the stock falling pretty fast? Well, there was a vote coming up for a possible reverse split before the NASDAQ actually going ahead and giving that compliance update, which they have until January, right? From the last time I saw in sources, they have until January to be above $1 for 10 consecutive days. So that has to happen sometime now this month or going into January. If not, they will need to reverse split to comply with the NASDAQ listing. So that's something to keep in mind and the risk involved with this. But the closer it gets to $1, and if it can hold itself up above $1 to meet NASDAQ compliance, that is going to be very interesting. Now, again, I've stated my possible theory. This is just my opinion and perspective alone, not actual financial advice, and I could be completely wrong, but I stated that I believe that the CEO was purchasing to have more voting power for the possible reverse split if necessary, or if not, the CEO knows something that no one else knows, or he's just bullish on the company, right? And he's just purchasing because that averaging up from 12 cents to 62 cents is a pretty big gap, and that just means that he possibly believes there's a lot more room to go to the upside, right? So we'll see. Time will tell, but the longer this stays below $1, the riskier it gets for NASDAQ compliance delisting. So keep that in mind and do not overlook that. This is a penny stock. Now, here we are in the 55-cent range, hit almost 70 and rejected right there where that last bear indicator popped up back here on November 30th. That's going to be a key resistance to break through. But let's talk about supports first. The first support is 53 cents. Below that is 50 cents. And then comes back down here to 45 cents where that bear indicator got canceled, right, by this bull indicator here on Friday, and the inflows crossed back over. So right now, in the very microscopic level of these outflows, the outflows are dominating. We're below the midpoint. We want to see this bring itself back up and start reflecting into the chart and bringing some strength into it, but not just on the 30-minute, but also here on the 1 hour, guys. We're below the midpoint. We want it to cross back up and cancel out those outflows. If not, start with those inflows dominating again, right? Because we're currently below it. We want to see that start reflecting. And also, it got a bull indicator here at around 49 cents, 59-cent area, and no bear indicator has popped up to cancel it. This is still strong here, even though it's done a complete transition here from white with red borders to dark green, right? And also bright green. So we need to see if a bear indicator will pop up, or if not, that bull indicator will continue to hold strong here in the bigger picture. Now on the 30-minute, same thing. And within the volatility, the 15-minute, it is fighting to bring itself back up. It is currently under a bear indicator. We want this to get canceled as soon as possible, because if these outflows continue to dominate here and pull away from the midpoint, that could start reflecting into the 30-minute and possibly get that bull indicator on the 30-minute canceled by a bear indicator and further outflows dominating. So I'm going to be watching if this can actually bring itself back up here, start reflecting into the chart, cancel out that bear indicator, get a bull indicator in the process, and start breaking through resistance levels, which I'm going to mention here in just a moment. So On the 30-minute, again, we have the supports here of 52 all the way down to 50 cents within that tight area, and then below that is 45 cents. And to the upside, I want to see this break back above 60 cents and then get back above 70 cents, guys. That's where that big rejection is, because it canceled itself out once again and rejected it here, and it's rejecting it again. The bulls need to break out of that, push to the upside, and if that 70-cent area gets broken through, the next resistance is 85 to 88 cents, guys. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be watching these inflow versus outflows, and if these bull and bear indicators continue to hold strong. And thank you guys so much, and let's make some money.